Hello everybody, welcome back. Sorry for that little bit of a delay there, just figuring out a potential server change situation. I think we're in the right place, perhaps. At the very least, all of you in the Twitch chat, you're certainly in the right place, right time. Just about anyway, as we go here to see Redshift and Anomaly in their debut here on stream for Season 2. So on the caster's booth, I'm Palidore. Joining you once more, and joining me once more, it's SirDimwi. How's it going? And, well, look at this. We've got ourselves some familiar faces on the stream now. Mm-hmm. Milk, creamy milk. They've been known for some different names, but in any case, I think I might have had you muted, Dimwi. See, this is great.
Oh no!
Hi, Dimwi. Welcome to the stream. We're gonna pretend that you were here the whole time. Which
you know what? I can do this faster. I'll do it again. And so, apologies, Palidore. You're gonna have to hear a repeat. But yes, I was going over Team Redshift there in blue. Some familiar faces. You got Supreme Buns, previously of Gambit, Zux, who was on Nate Plus Ultra, a team I was on for a week or two near the end of Season 1. A fantastic player, I can say with certainty from firsthand experience. Jiggy, previously known as JL Graham C. Jason, previously of Creamy Milk, or Milk, depending on what decade you want to reference. And over there on orange, that is going to be Team Anomaly, headed up there by Chocolate, the one-man speed multiplier, followed up by Acorn 302, -0, the team captain, and Sweet Tooth 77. Oh man, Sweet Tooth, I remember from last season. One of those players who was new at the time and really performed. Glad to see him in a game like this as we start here for round 1.
Yeah, now we're off and underway. There goes the speed as we expect from the team of Anomaly coming through with Chocolate trying to get it back out, and see Jason instead grabs the disc here for Redshift. Again, the debut between these two teams, but full of experienced players, familiar faces, whether on the game, on the Discord, what have you. This is going to be a fun match. I can feel as I get the first 3-point shot, and Sweet Tooth definitely feeling hot on that one.
Yeah, wow, what a boost down there, and I am 90% certain that was Chocolate with Sweet Tooth's boost partner there. No surprise at all as they got down there very quickly, and Sweet Tooth, he's able to put that one in from 8 meters out for the 3. That's our first points of the game here, just under a minute in round 1.
Yes, indeed. So right back now, Supreme Buns. Going to Jiggy. Jiggy going up to see Jason, and see Jason, phasing in, phasing out, but maybe right back into existence as he backs it out to Supreme Buns. So Supreme Buns up high to see Jason now, and see Jason over to Zux. Zux at the barrier, and he's going to carry it right into the goal. First couple for Redshift.
Yeah, just real easy there. 1-2, see Jason and Zux. Zux relatively unchallenged on the shield there as he comes in one-on-one against the goalie. Although I believe there's a defender there. There was. So it was 1-2 as Zux came in and pops that one in for the 2. And that's a quick answer there. Now just a 1-point game, a minute and a half in.
And just as I thought my controller was fixed, and now it's gone again. So I'm sorry, stream, but we're gonna watch still this great game continue to unfold here between these known players. As they just missed the disc, it's Acorn back line, and they have -0 right around as well, just evading through the stack. And you'll notice, I think, with the speed here, normally you don't see most teams, or a lot of teams anyway, be as bold at the high level as you might see from Anomaly, just from the speed factor and how much they're willing to really press out outside the bubble because they're so confident in their stacks and their ability to get back into the defense when they need.
Shot opportunity there, and something else you'll notice. Oh no, Sweet Tooth gonna pop in another one off an assist from Chocolate. That was Chocolate who sent that one in, and Sweet Tooth pops in another one for 3, and that's gonna put Anomaly up by 4. And I was gonna say something else you'll notice is some banging in the background, and that is Palidore showing that controller its place.
Yeah, that's right. I had said that if it broke again, I was just going to toss the controller elsewhere, but alas. I'm showing some incredible restraint right now as we just go to the keyboard controls here, and Chocolate trying to maintain control, but nice back pass. A little too strong, however, was pressured pretty hard. So we'll get a one-on-one instead, but couldn't get the score.
Yeah, it was a good opportunity there from Jiggy, but Zuck's on the back line, going to get control of it, send it right back up, give him the second chance opportunity there. He's going to pop that one in 4-2. And that's just a 2-point game here. Redshift maybe be able to come back here and as we close in on the halfway mark of round 1 here.
Now the question is, how long is it going to take before one of us break out into a Will Smith song here? I feel like it's inevitable.
You know, it hadn't even occurred to me, and now it's na stuck in my head.
Oh, I've had a enough. But over here, Chocolate trying to get the stuff over to a teammate. Looked like maybe almost I thought a crash or something. The froze in midair for just a moment, but looks like, oh, nice grab. Actually, a leech coming in from Acorn, unable to get the other end in time, but it still will be saved by Chocolate. But some more kind of interesting interactions happening. Maybe that's just on my end, or?
I don't know. I might have missed that one, but that's going to be a good clear in. But yeah, no, I saw something earlier with CJson, but right now didn't notice anything in particular. But I was probably not paying attention as I should be. As Zox is paying attention, gonna see that one in far side corner there, 6 meter 2. Look at that play. I mean, the placement on that is just goosebumps, man.
Well, Zug's getting it done very effectively so, and as we start to approach this halfway point, it's going to be 6 apiece between Anomaly and Redshift, right neck and neck as we kind of expected.
Ooh. Yeah, this is a really good game. I honestly wasn't sure what to expect because I knew all these players, but it's one thing to have a roster of good players. It's that group shot from Zux, 35 meters out, gonna sink that one in for the 3, and that's Redshift taking the lead for the first time in this round 1, halfway through, 9-6.
Yeah, well, there you go. And I guess in terms of expectations, just more so knowing the players and being known commodities. Maybe that's just some player or caster bias on my side. It's like, okay, I know who we're dealing with, what we're dealing with here, but you know, with players who have been at it for a long time in Echo Arena, they you don't see a lot of just straight blowouts and things like that these days. Typically, I mean, just the skill level high, the pass level right into the goal, and that is on level and leaving them disheveled. It's once again a 1-point game here, and Anomaly bringing it to 8 points.
You know, I'm gonna say right now, if either of these teams at any point during the season need a last-minute sub, maybe consider SirDimwi. This is some beautiful disc movement, man. This is beautiful work here from both these teams. I am jealous of what I'm seeing right now.
I'm starting to sense a running theme throughout the cast with you. You're just using this as a recruitment tool, aren't you?
What are you talking? That's the first time in 3 days in the season. That's the first time I have said. What are you talking about? A running thing?
Provably false. You were just asking Synapse for all their strategies a couple hours ago. Come on now.
I was not asking to join the team. I just want their strats. That's all.
So you can use it on a team.
Specifically, I want their yes. Well, not myself, but I can use it. I can give
Hashtag expose.
I like to advise. But no, because their defense, Synapse defense has just been out of this world, and I want to know what they're doing. I'm gonna break it down at some point and figure it out, but man, it's just been phenomenal. But speaking of defense, both these teams have been doing. This is such an even matchup, and I love what I'm seeing. I mean, this is high level play here between these two, and it's just this is fantastic. Echo Arena.
Look at the speed and look at the greed, getting the goal. It's a 10-9. Chocolate finding it right in the nick of time before the defense was able to get back, but really enabled as well by Acorn and his defense there, just getting some stuns off and really delaying some of the players to get back on the defense. So that was a really nice hit, and yeah, there you go. As we were saying, it is just head-to-head, neck and neck.
Yeah, just still a 1-point game as now it's going to be handled by Supreme Buns trying to bait out that chain and ultimately that bad bounce. Ooh, CJson is going to get the first good moves from CJson. And what a pass. What coordination. But -0 is going to stuff the play. Oh, man, talk about that was -0. You just broke some hearts there, buddy. And now almost getting an opportunity there was -0 again. but now taken by Sweet Tooth. I was about to pass it back, but they get so close, and that's going to be Sweet Tooth putting that one in for the 3 on the stun out goalie. And now it's a 4-point game. I think it's the first time this game we've had a 2-goal difference since the first minute.
Yeah, it's really been kept very, very close across this match. It's a higher scoring, still 2 minutes left remaining on this one. And it's still anyone's game, but Anomaly maybe looking to pull away a little bit. So let's see how they settle here and how they settle the score with maybe some more for Redshift to bring it back. Jiggy with a disc, an immediate pass, and will be had by Jason a little bit. We'll seeing some phasing in and out of existence again, but Jason from under the sea will get it and put them back up at least within 2 points of Anomaly. So still in the game, Dimwi, still in the game.
CJ, tell mom to get off of online poker, as Anomaly is going to be coming out with that just advantage here. Taking my -0, going off to that left side tube to Choco Lid. He's going to forward that one up very quickly to -0, but I believe that was actually, no, it wasn't. That was Acorn getting stunned on the floor there. But Sweet Tooth coming away with that one, going to back that one up to -0, -0. Trying to get it in, but Supreme Bonds with the hands going to get that one sent out.
All right, some nice defense, and now it's a Stacks right into the goal, but right back out because of the ding. Right into the midline. Got to be careful. There is a Supreme Buns lurking in the area, so needs to get rid of it again pretty quickly. Now that bounce will be retrieved and sent into the goal. Chocolate ever so fast, and no surprises there that they got back first.
That's the danger of giving up a second goal now that they're going back and forth again. Every time Anomaly scores, it brings it back to that 2-goal differential, up by 4. Under a minute to go here. Redshift is going to have to score very, very quickly if they want to take round 1.
Yeah, and Bears mentioning as well, we will be following Redshift across their 2 matches today as a attempted shot just off the dot there. 30 seconds left, and that window starting to close here on this round. Needs act fast. Can they get back there in the stacks is the question, but looks like no. And with that, that's just going to be enough, I think, here. With the clock expended to just, deny any comeback opportunity. One more shot does get through now from Zux, but again, that time is just gone.
Yeah, it's unfortunate they're not going to have enough time for another one, because that was a beautiful, beautiful play in. Excuse me, Zux getting that one and swinging it around. Full arm extension, almost a hook shot right in front of the goal. And again, that's the second time, at least the second time in this game, I've seen him send it into that right side corner there, and it dings on the way in. And I love that sound. I love that sound, right? As that combination of the ding and then the goal horn.
Okay.
That's the sound. Yeah, no, not the ding itself, not the ding per se.
I don't know.
The ding with the goal horn, that's just a beautiful, beautiful sound.
I don't know if it's even publicly available exactly, but I know Swift has the can. Some of us have heard it in the casters. He has the can song, except with the Echo Arena ding. So ding, 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 ding. If you can imagine that for a couple minutes, yeah. He loves the sound. I'm not sure most people love it though.
No, I guess not the sound by itself. A source of anxiety.
Yeah.
But the sound in combination, it's like a flam note, like a flam, like a drummer flam. That the ding and then bang, guitar. Yeah, sorry. But I love it. It's absolutely it's beautiful.
You need to put that into the can, just bang, bang. All right, well. That was certainly a frantic and fast first round. Some calling maybe an upset, but again, just knowing the players, as we said, for a lot of these teams that are returning players from season 1.
That ain't an upset.
Yeah, well, just saying for the people who think it is. It's just a matter of, again, the experience level. You don't really see a ton of just straight blowouts. I think especially against the experienced player base and teams. On any given day or any given round, for that matter, if maybe one team's not playing, to max capacity, any other team, could just swoop right in and beat them. And just generally speaking, not saying it even applies to this team, but just we saw that so many times in Season 1, where it was really one team doesn't play up to par, or they kind of let off the gas, and people would, connoisseur vote would say, oh, this team is going to win, 20 votes to 1. There were a lot of upsets last season. On the connoisseur, I know because I casted so many of them.
Yeah, no, there were a lot of upsets on the connoisseur, but when it comes to this game in particular, just Chocolate, Sweet Tooth, Acorn, -0. These are guys when they were playing last season, we were all talking about them, in particular Chocolate and Sweet Tooth. In particular Chocolate. I mean, Chocolate got a lot of talk, and he partnered with Jaywalker for the Seal League. And I remember during that, I was campaigning for Chocolate to Joker because the way he played with Jaywalker, I mean, it looked like Jay had one of his Joker teammates with him. How smoothly they played together. And Chocolate is that caliber of player, and he's with that caliber of players on this team. And do not underestimate this team. That is the quickest way to a loss, is to underestimate your opponents. I am telling you right now, do not underestimate Anomaly. This team is going to rocket this season.
Oh, absolutely. And with so many teams in the league this season, there's really a lot of potential for a lot of crazy games, potential upsets. And I mean, taking a look at just this one, as like Lolo mentioned as well, and yeah, the connoisseur vote certainly in the favor of Redshift by a pretty hefty margin here. But as we said, at least to me, I've seen enough connoisseur upsets over the last few months that it's not something surprising, but it's always something kind of entertaining to kind of see these dark horse teams or unknown teams, which a new combination of players and stuff. You don't know quite how it's going to gel together.
Yeah, and it was a point I was saying earlier on during the game, was that it's one thing, to look at a roster of really good players, say we've got really good players, and another thing to look at a roster and go, we've got a really good team. Yeah. That chemistry is so important. It is absolutely vital to have that chemistry between your teammates. And I'm seeing it. I'm seeing both of these teams are playing so well together. And you know what I mean? It's clear there's communication. It's clear there's coordination, and this is absolutely phenomenal. Both of these teams are going to be fighting at the top of the ladder this season. I'm confident of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot of room there for growth, and I'm really interested just in seeing how that all pans out between the MMRs and the divisions. We added, of course, with the increased count, we've added the Diamond division to the league now, and I'm just very curious to see over the next couple weeks how all that falls into place for the teams here.
It is going to be interesting seeing the ladder shake out as we get started here in round 2, and very quickly it's going to be Anomaly getting the joust win there, the headbutt, but he's going to bounce all the way back into their zone. But look at that stack is quick enough to get there, although that clear back, CJson's got the hand on that one, setting that one up to Zux, and Zux is alone in the bubble, and he just sets that one in. A dunk there for Zux, good for 2, and that's 17 seconds in. First points on the board of round 2 going to Redshift.
Yeah, and that's a great start for them. As you guys noted in the chat as well, there was a little bit of a delay there. Yeah, there was a brief restart taken into account there, perhaps adjusting some issues or what have you. Either way, it's within the team's rights to delay it slightly between the rounds if they wish to take up to really 5 minutes. But nonetheless, good start for Redshift, and really fast on this approach. Maybe another chance, a good stun coming in from Zux, and this is going to enable Jiggy in that back line to retrieve the disc, and now space out for another back pass and just another assault at the goal here.
Yeah, this is really good formations from both of these teams. I mean, this is what I would tell other people to do. And wow, good setup there on the attack, and still in possession of it is Redshift. They're coming in on the I tripped over my words as Zux does not trip on his way into the goalie. Plants that one in for another 2, and that's 4-0 Redshift.
Oh, he's tripping all right, but right into the goal, right place with all those spins and confusing moves almost, just dazzling before he dunked it home. And it's little extra steps and little extra spins and creativity like that really differentiates the offensive players from each other. There's so many unique moves that you can really throw into your offense. It's fun to watch. Now Sweet Tooth looking for a pass, but not watching out, and maybe a little bit too strong as well. We'll get Jiggy the disc right back on the clear.
And that one's going to go all the way down into the Anomaly bubble. And Redshift is there quickly. CJson with that one, but the stop. And then the recovery by Zux. I don't know how CJson actually ends up with the assist there, because I thought I saw it in the hands of one of the players on Anomaly, but maybe it was a headbutt. But CJson to Zux, and Zux plants it in for another 2, another dunk. And that's Redshift up by 6.
Yeah, how about that? That was just a great, once more, the start here to round 2. Definitely a difference. And some slick moves. That was a great save. Make no mistake. But this came up earlier as well. Now hold on, because a great pass over here. Maybe held on to it, got stuck a little bit on the ground. This came up as well earlier. The offensive players in the league are so good now that despite how great the defenses are on that shot, it's just the players are so much more aware that they need to grab the disc. They're ready for the goalkeepers to save it so much of the time that if they don't get rid of it in a split second, that they'll just rebound it and dunk it in. I think I've seen that 3 times today alone.
Yeah, it's definitely something to contend with. But Supreme Buns with a big grab there, but that one's not going to connect with the intended target. Jiggy coming away with that one, setting up to Zux. Zux looking for that cross pass, looking for the alley-oop. But not going to connect on it, but still in possession is Redshift. C. Jason looking for the in pass, does find Supreme Buns. Supreme Buns, though, going to get stunned out by the challenging goalie, but still in possession is Zux. Zux going to C. Jason. And C. Jason finally finding that lane, sending that one in for the 2. And now it's an 8-point game here. 6.5 still remaining in round 2.
That was a great dive out earlier on by the goalie, but just the persistence there, getting the goal for Redshift and looking at round 2 shutout at least so far. So nice turnaround certainly for Redshift, and looking to just carry that on for the next 6 minutes if they can and force a round 3.
Yeah, an opportunity here though for Anomaly, but that pass isn't going to hit the intended target. Chocolate, so now handled by Zux. Zux going to send that one back to CJ. So you know what Redshift is doing in this game? This is going to sound so John Madden-y of me,
Okay.
but they're punishing the turnovers. You know what I mean? Now they weren't able to punish on that one, but they've punished more often than not. That's why you're looking at an 8-0 shutout at the moment, because I mean that's what it takes to win when you're playing at this level of Echo Arena. You have to punish on those turnovers, and maybe another opportunity here for Redshift.
Yeah, and look at the just drive and dive and score. They strive for 10 points up on the board. Redshift continue the shutout.
Yeah, it was just a nice 2-on-1 there. Just bread and butter, bring it in, draw the goalie out. Just keep the goalie under threat. Keep him anxious. Keep the anxiety high in that goalie's head, and pop it in when you see that goal open up, just like that.
My anxiety is always high, but going down low for the rollout. Sweet Tooth having it stolen maybe briefly, but no, gets it right back actually, and into the hands here of Chocolate. And Chocolate, the save from C. Jason. Ooh. Look at that great grab and the tap, and right back to the mid lane. It'll go to Supreme. Supreme trying to reign Supreme, but couldn't find the angle. Very tough one. Rebounded here by Zux in flux, but instead gets stuck with a punch.
Yeah, what a ridiculous stop there by CJ. And now this leads to Redshift being in control on this bubble attack right now. Supreme Buns trying to send that one back to his teammate, but can't connect. That was CJ he was looking for. And now a bit of a chase for it. Good leech there from Anomaly, and that one's going to get sent out all the way back into the Redshift zone. The chains are away. Redshift is going to get there first. That is Zux, but off of the head. That one's going to bounce wild. Who's going to get there first? That is Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth's dangerous shot. He's going to take it, and he puts it in off the head of CJ. And that is 2 points on the board here finally for Anomaly, and that's an 8-point game with just over 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, not happy with that one. You can kind of read it in the body language there. Always a little bit frustrating when you feel like you've earned a save, and then, it goes in anyway. It's so tough, but for Redshift, I mean, they're still having themselves a great round. Can't let it get to them whatsoever because they're still in control in terms of the score. Now, that said, maybe a momentum shift starting to unfold here. Depending. I mean, you can see the speed starting to really bother from the stacks. There's Chocolate and Sweet Tooth right on the speed queue. So we'll be taking it right back away. And with 3:44, I mean, if this kind of just breakneck pace continues, you got to feel that's going to be, that kind of pace is always going to be in the advantage of a team like Anomaly.
Absolutely, but the opportunity there from Jiggy to CJ, so going to take out the trash and actually pop that one in for the 3. Sorry, go ahead.
See, they didn't want the 2. They went for the assisted 3. Brilliant.
You're absolutely correct. That was 100% intentional there from Jiggy. Just going for some stees there. You know what? Everybody, thumbs down for Jiggy for dinging it off the post like that. Not cool, man. Not cool.
Can you restart?
Okay, well, speaking of not cool, looks like we got a restart. Something happened there on one of the team's ends. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but nonetheless, we're going to get a restart there, and this is what, the second round. It's 13-2 currently, so we're going to have to get a reset on the scores. But, I mean, what do you think of this round, this comeback from Redshift? I mean, it's not surprising once more, but, 15-13 round 1, and then, again, nearly a shutout for the first half of round 2.
Well, they so in that in the I'm forgetting my words. In the intermission, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Intermission. During the intermission, Redshift had some sort of discussion. They made some necessary adjustments, and they came out swinging. And Anomaly, realizing that they then need to make their own adjustments to respond to Redshift, just they turn on the gas. And that was their adjustment. Really, really obvious adjustment. But I mean, when you're talking about a team, like I said, I mean, Chocolate, the one-man speed multiplier, that is going to be one of your strengths. And when you're down, when you need to make an adjustment, when you need to lean on something, lean on your strengths. And that's what we started seeing them doing there. Mm-hmm. And it was potentially paying off. Now it's still an 11-point game, still over 3 minutes to go. But even if they can't bring it back here in round 2, I mean, you're talking about going to a round 3 that I think is going to have the momentum behind Anomaly if they can keep that gas, if they can keep the pedal to the floor there and keep the speed up like they were doing.
And all the meanwhile, while you were giving us that great insight, there was an intense game of rock, paper, scissors going on in the Anomaly spawn zone. It is now over, though, it would seem.
Oh, my mistake. I missed it.
Oh, it's okay. It was actually it was a great hold on, it was now I'm forgetting my words. It was a great contrast. There you go. Between your analytical content, meanwhile on the screen, it was very silly, playful content. I like it. I like it.
Now would be a great time to see a game of tennis down in the trench there.
Tremis. What's Tremis?
Tennis. Like tennis. But
tennis.
Trench tennis.
Trench tennis? I've never heard of such a thing, Dimwi.
No, you have not heard of tennis.
No? Have I? I mean, should I?
Well, yes, because it's actually a lot of fun. It's one. It was shown to us on Friday night, on a previous Friday night, not this last Friday, but a Friday, not too long ago, by a player named Beat Dash. Beat with the dash behind his name. I don't know that he's the originator of the game, but he showed it to us and definitely had a hand in helping popularize it. As I now see it, it pops up frequently now. In pubs after the game, when you're looking at the scoreboard, a couple players will have a tendency to go start playing trench tennis before you phase out there. And basically, you're just so it's all slaps. There's no throws. So you serve it like a slap, and then it has to hit no fewer than 2 times in the trench. The goal is to slide it along the trench there, and you play just like tennis. Score just like tennis. And the concept is virtually identical, except instead of going over the net, you're sliding it through the trench. And yeah, it's a lot of fun, a lot more fun than it sounds like, a lot more fun than an explanation. Because when you play it, it's actually there's some skill involved, and that's what I think really creates the fun of it. Is there is genuinely some skill involved in it, and that was a great tennis serve right there. In fact, that you did not get on camera.
Whoops. Now, I had a request to go take a look at the ping. Apparently that's the current issue right now is that do have one player there, Supreme, over the cap fairly consistently, seems like. Kind of stuck on there, so may have to bear with us as we kind of sort out the tech issues of sorts. I don't know if they have a sub or maybe if Sputnik is going to make an unexpected return into Season 2 here. Who knows? But that is the reasoning we have found for apparently the stoppage. So that's hence that discussion. But in the meanwhile, Twitch chat, I guess maybe time for dare I say a Q&A? I'm not sure. I guess depending on what these teams decide to do here. I mean, looks like one team readied up, but otherwise, I mean, nothing's really changed on the issue at hand here.
Yeah, no, it did pop up as
back to below 100 now at least, so maybe maybe we're okay. Maybe.
Cool.
But yeah, it was up there for a couple of minutes is I guess what the issue was. So maybe a situation they're going to be monitoring, but hopefully it doesn't sustain too much longer, because otherwise it's been really a fantastic match to watch.
Yeah, it really has, and I was really excited to see that comeback there by Anomaly as they really turn the gas up. So maybe kind of what I expect. Now I don't remember who was Do you recall who was Anomaly was in possession,
Mhm.
so it should be Joust advantage to Anomaly. I expect to see that speed again. I'm really expecting to see a long play, one that they try to stretch all the way downfield, a stretch pass. You know what? I'm going to steal that from hockey. I expect to see a stretch pass on this next launch.
All right, well, let's see if that's what's going to happen here or not. Cruisin asking, by the way, give you something to spend your 22K channel points on. Yeah, maybe I'll combine that with Lolo's request, and yeah, we'll have do channel points for rap redemption. I don't know. Over here, though, getting the disc for a moment was Acorn, but losing it now, and Zux with it over there on the side. Gonna take that deep shot. Not too much hesitation there, but it was going to be a very tough angle to finish that one as it goes back to mid lane.
Yeah, Jiggy gonna send that one up to Zux, because Zux gonna send that one into CJ, and he's cutting in, and there it is. 2 points very quickly answered there by Redshift once they force that turnover. And that's gonna make it a 13-point game here in favor of Redshift. And also want to point out, though, the first pass on that play, I'm pretty sure that was intentional. The bounce off of that the pyramid there on the far side, that was really interesting.
Yeah, the amount of bounces, it's hard to even say more and more as time goes on which bounces are definitely intentional or not. I mean, more and more I'm erring on the side that most of these bounces that you see that seem to just be really going to specific places. I give the teams the benefit of the doubt because, they're practicing this over the years, and there's just so many clever ways to use every single angle of their arena.
And now Jiggy with an opportunity, looking at that empty net, but that one's going to go far wide. Now handled by Sweet Tooth, turning that one around, just going to trying to send that one over to his teammate there. That was Acorn. But now a big opportunity here for Redshift as Jiggy's going to send that one in from 15 meters out for the 3. And it's a 16-point game with about a minute and a half to go.
What a turnaround. So despite the stoppage there for a little bit, I mean, has not mattered one bit, not in round 2 at least. Redshift, after losing by just a couple points in that first round, 15-13. I mean, this has just been a complete opposite. Just dominance here from a Redshift. That said, Anomaly just being stopped, though, and that is no Anomaly at all for this round. This is consistent. This is a Redshift turning it into another gear, shifting into another gear. In fact, the red one, as it goes right back to the hands of Zux.
Yeah, Zux took that shot on the 2, but it just barely missed. That was only maybe an inch or 2 over to the right and hit that shield, but now it's going to bounce out right back into the hands of Zux. Zux turning this one around, setting this one up. Big cross pass there to Buns. Buns going up to Jiggy. Jiggy maybe going to go for that opportunity. No, he's going to pass it over to Zux. Zux with the duck, but -0 with the hands. Going to get the stop on that, and Zux going to get stunned out, send that one back. Now a big battle for that one. Oh, the double dinger on the inside of the post there. And Zux maybe trying to get that one in, and he does. And again, I got to point out the placement of the shot from Zux. That is so dirty. That is so, it's awesome. That placement is awesome.
Absolutely. That was a great persistence and then the precision there. Even on that first drive, that initial attempt that was saved out there by Anomaly, you saw immediately Zux was still ready to get that disc right back. And that's what I was saying earlier. It's just people are too prepared for these great talented goalies in the league that they're just getting the regrabs with lightning quick reflexes and speed. They're not even wasting time at all. It's embedded in their mindset now that if we're driving on some good goalies, we better be prepared for a regrab if we're not careful, because those saves have become so consistent that it just continues to impress me. But it's a regularity now.
Yeah, this is some fantastic play, and now that what a turnaround for Redshift in that one. I mean, wow, you go from that back and forth first round. That Anomaly just barely pulls away with, 2-goal lead that they kind of got and were able to hold on to, and then to turn around and go 20-2 in that second round. Now, I absolutely do not expect round 3 to be like that, not even a little bit. I really expect round 3 to be very much like round 1. I expect Anomaly to come out flying. I expect them to come, to get their rhythm back. That interruption there may have jostled up a little bit. Especially since they're going to be coming out on the neutral joust, so they don't have to worry about playing the disc right outside of their tubes. There, they can use their speed here to get that offensive advantage. And that's something they're good at, something they can build off of. And I think they're going to try to use that to their advantage here to start round 3.
Absolutely. And unless my eyes or my overlay has mistaken me, the Zucks have 19 points. Jeez. We've seen some high-scoring performances today. Let me say, man. Who was it earlier? I want to say Furcar, I believe, had like...
Dollar Ranger in chat is saying Furcar's 30 points from earlier that Zucks is going after, yeah.
Oh, there you go. So Dollar covering my bases right there. But yeah, Furcar had a... And the thing is, that was 30 points in 2 rounds. It was ridiculous. And pretty sure
that's
the
one thing
score.
you can rely on Dollar for. He's a stats guy. I've noticed he loves pulling up references and stats and stuff. So I would expect him to have his thumb on something like that for sure.
Yeah, and just by the by, the little added delay is because I think we're sorting through, once again, a pause to get a player back in here to between the rounds. So that's why the delay is a little bit longer than you might expect. And yes, Dollar saying, I know all. For someone claiming to be dull, you're awfully sharp. I'll give you that.
That's right. He's going to be Sharper Ranger soon.
Yeah, going from what was it, Divine Dinger to Duller Ranger to Sharper Ranger. It's a evolution. He's like a Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah. And he really, I think he has some regret ever going with Divine Dinger there for a while because just the time during the game it was. I know I still remember him as Divine Dinger because Dollar Ranger was first, but I only knew him for a short time as Dollar Ranger, and then I knew him for a long time as Divine Dinger. And that's how I associated his name for a long time, and I'm pretty sure he resented it a little bit.
We all resent you a little bit. Yeah, Dollar Ranger, of course, longtime player. Knows his stuff. Great player as well, and just one of the, as we also like to mention, and hopefully not embarrassed, but of course, fair enough. His dad, another extremely talented Echo Arena player who's made it to multiple LAN events in the past, and it's just I really love the fact that in Echo Arena you have everywhere from kids to grandparents, teens, young adults, moms and dads. You have so many diverse just demographics within VR and Echo Arena coming in to compete, and even making it really far in league play for that matter. So it's really a new kind of gaming experience than maybe we're used to seeing, with traditional games, traditional esports, and what have you.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a uniqueness to Echo Arena, to Echo VR in general, but to Echo Arena. Yeah. Echo Arena is special. We know everyone. I think. You can think back to your first day, and we all had. I'd say most of us, if not all of us, had the same thing. You get through the tutorial. You pop into the lobby and you make a discovery. It's so unreal. It's just and there's something special going on right now.
Absolutely agree, and it's always just a complete pleasure to be a part of it all and to cast it all and to watch the progression, the development, and just the growth of the sport. And now, speaking of, we're gonna go to the third round of this great match, of this just physical, fast, frantic, and high-scoring match. First attempt, and with some contempt, Jiggy gets it in for the first 2 points. And the woo.
Yeah, Red Shift making me eat my words, man. They came out hot, and that was some great disc movement there. And then Zucks to Jiggy, and Jiggy pops that one in for the 2. And that's a great first goal there for Red Shift. I totally, I can appreciate the whoop there, because I might have been doing the same thing in my team's comms. Had we scored in a similar fashion.
Yeah, just gotta love it. That's what I'm saying. You can't, that kind of excitement and paired with the body language is not something you get in typical traditional esports at all. You really get to see the full personalities and emotions that the players come out when they're in the headset, and they're spinning, they're sweating, they're shooting and punching, all those different factors. Here it goes again, though, and it's the Jiggy factor, getting another couple points right off the bat in this third round.
Yeah, it looks like Redshift did a good job of shutting down the back chains there for Anomaly. So it was just one player in the backfield slow boating, trying to get back to the bubble to defend, and Jiggy just has all the time in the world to get that one in for the 2, and that's going to be a 4-point lead here for Redshift. A minute and a half into round 3.
Also worth noting, because I don't think I've actually mentioned it, but Sputnik Cobra is in the game by the by, so indeed what I said has come true, but there's the first 2 for Anomaly. getting it through his chocolate.
Oh, and I'm sure Sputnik's not happy about that one. It looks like when he turned around, somehow he got flung out of the goal as the disc was on its way in. So I'm sure he has some choice words about that right now, but it was a great shot there from Chocolate to get those 2 points on the board. That's Anomaly needed that right now. And that makes it just a 1-goal game. And this they can work with as they force that turnover. Acorn getting that interception, and now Sweet Tooth trying to handle that one. He does, forwarding that one up, but a good read there by C. Jason. And now Redshift trying to turn around, but right there in the hands of -0.
Yeah, and back to the other side it goes. As you can see the Stacks attempting to collect themselves as Sputnik is just going to collect the disc with some time to spare. So, yeah, the more so the coach, manager, what have you, of Redshift here, but obviously a capable player in his own right. We're talking another one of those veteran players from 2017, one of the just acclaimed goalies of this league for years now. Right here, though, it's going to be a shot from Chocolate right off the bottom of the floor and ties it up at 4 apiece now.
Yeah, solid shot from Chocolate there. I mean, you look at the angle he was coming from, and then he underhands it from underneath the goal at that angle. I mean, he was bringing that in at, that was 80 degrees. That was a great shot there from Chocolate to sneak it by the goalie. That's going to tie it up here 3 minutes in. I said the one thing I called that I got right is this is more like round 1.
Yep, thus far certainly is, and that's what you like to see. It's that rhythm. It just changes on a dime sometimes among these teams, these experienced ones especially. They really do such a great job of just keeping, the mental factors in control, and they really stay competitive, even if they do have a round where it just doesn't go their way and nothing, no shots seem to fall and everything seems to go wrong. Well, you can still come back the next round and look strong again and be right back in that rhythm, and we see it time and time again. So it can go either way in this third.
And you know what I'm really enjoying seeing here is the quickness of Anomaly, and I'm not talking about the speed of their chains. I'm talking about the quickness they get together, and they sometimes they'll only pull once or twice and then split off. They use each other constantly, and there again, Chocolate gonna send this one down to Sweet Tooth, and Sweet Tooth is gonna pop that one in for the 3. Anomaly has taken the lead here in round 3, 4 minutes in, up by 3. Wow, as I'm talking about it, man, they do it. That was just beautiful.
Yeah, the Sweet Tooth, the sweet truth. That's Anomaly pulling ahead, and that momentum I think has shifted a bit just compared to where it was. It's still pretty even on the matchup, but Anomaly definitely are feeling much better now and much more just calm and collected again, it would seem.
They definitely got their confidence back as that chain is doing a lot of heavy lifting there. And Acorn, another interception. Acorn in the midfield has just been monstrous in this third period. It is back in the hands there of Redshift. Jiggy sending that one up, looking for C. Jason, but that pass just off, and look at again the quickness of that chain, but just can't get the hands on it. So C. Jason maybe thinking about going for that shot, but instead backs that one out. And the chain again, look at that. They are so quick. It's not just the speed, it's how quick they get together, and it pays off again. Sweet Tooth sending it down to Chocolate, who's going to pop that one in. And it's now a 5-point lead here for Anomaly.
And did you see that as well? Look, that stack, that boost was so fast that Chocolate not only got there on the recovery, he just knew. And I'm sure there were comms, but he knew. He had time to just sit there and watch and see if it had a chance to go in first. Like, he could have grabbed it immediately, but instead just recognizing, no, we're so fast, I can wait. All right, there though, it's C. Jason throwing down the weights and anchoring in for another score here, and just brings it ever the more close. So again, it's still pretty even overall, but Anomaly the advantage on points as well as Joust.
Yeah, that was just beautiful movement there. That was 10 seconds it took Redshift to get that one in. And that was just great disc movement. Now as it's going to be Anomaly with that Joust advantage, looking for that left tube off the mark. Chocolate trying to chase this one down, and he does finally, and does get that pass over to Acorn. So now, and maybe an opportunity here. They're looking for it. Maybe looking for that back pass. No, they're going to forward it up, and the shot is going to bounce off the top side of the goal and bounce out now into the hands of Zux, who's just going to send that one away through the tube here, back in the Anomaly zone.
Yeah, and just a little bit past the hands of -0, trying to collect that as 3 different players of his own team just fly right past. Now these stacks coming back, but look, back and forth already. A moment ago, it seemed like all of Anomaly was on the complete opposite side of the floor, and yet there they are again with another score.
It reminds me a lot of round 1. They get that 2-point lead, and now they're trading goals back and forth. But Anomaly is just not letting Redshift get 2 in a row, and Redshift is playing catch up perpetually here, and they need to get that too. So they have to score on this one, and then they're going to have to force a turnover after that. And look at that change, so patient, and look at the way they challenge the quarterback. They don't fully commit; they just feign an attack. But Zuck's now good pass across the Jiggy, but a save there. -0, another chance there. Oh no! It digs off the post and now gets cleared away. Wow!
Oh, right up until the finish there, that was some tremendous passing from the side of Redshift. They connected on something like 6, maybe 7 in a row, back and forth, and with quickness. So that was seriously impressive. But then just couldn't get the finish that they wanted. So with less than 3 minutes remaining in this third round, and the lead to Anomaly, the momentum certainly to Anomaly. Can Redshift kick it back into that gear that they found earlier on and just get something going here?
Yeah, 2.5 to go. 5-point difference here. 11-6 in favor of Anomaly. Now it's going to be CJ getting the grab on that one, as it looked like they were going for that clear and boost. Anomaly was, but now caught in the trap. Who's going to get there first? That is Sweet Tooth, but a quick steal there by CJ. Going to forward that one out, but right in the hands of -0. Who's going to send that one back? So some ping pong in here. Right at mid, Sputnik Cobra going to slow that one down, send one up to Zucks. Zucks, quick cross pass there to Jiggy. Jiggy over to C. For the cut pass, and that's the negative. Excuse me, not negative. That was Zucks sending it in and then off the head at -0, and that's good for the 2. And now it's back to a 3-point game here with 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, still close. So full credit to Redshift. They are sticking right in this game. Up until the last 2 minutes, it could still go either way for sure. The challenge here really is just going to be keeping that steady head game, considering, mentally speaking, when you have such a fast team, you're always thinking about the fact that they're right on your feet, and there they are again, right on the feet indeed of the goalie. It's going to be Acorn, 13-8 now.
And we're seeing it again, the back and forth scoring. Anomaly is maintaining that 2-goal lead. And now we are really getting into crunch time here. 1:20 to go as we're coming out of the tubes. Redshifts with that joust advantage. They need 2 goals just to get to an overtime, possibly a victory, but they would need 2 threes. And now that bounce at mid is not going to help their case here. Sputnik's trying to chase that one down, but he does have a lot of time and room to work with. Going to forward that one up there to Jiggy. Jiggy looking for that cross pass. Doesn't Zucks, but that chain is going to shut him down. But Sputnik is there with the grab. Misplays it, but CJ's with the grab, and he sends it in for the 2. And that's a 3-point game.
All right, I love that from Sputnik. So despite the fact he initially mishandled it, didn't let them shake them, he still found a nice tap pass right to the perfect spot. So not getting too distraught by the fact that, that was a situation where most players, they're going to get entirely in a disarray and just not be able to do anything with it. But Sputnik still did.
Yeah, and now Anomaly with that joust advantage, going to send that one right into the hands of Sputnik, speaking of the devil. He's going to clear that one away. 26 seconds. They need a 3 to go to overtime. They have to get a 3 here. Taking the shot is Zox, but Sweet Tooth with the stop, but that one's going to stay in. It's in the bubble, but if Jiggy's got to get it outside, they got to go for that 3. Looking for that anchor shot, and another stop there by Sweet Tooth, sending that one away. 11 seconds to go as this one bounces to mid. Oh, man. Oh, no. And then they chase this one down. Chocolate looking at empty net, taking the shot, and there is the ice. And that is going to be the round 3 victory to Anomaly, 16-10 over Redshift. What an impressive win there for Anomaly, especially if they're coming back after that round 2, 20-2 loss. Wow, Powder, wow.
Right down to the wire, indeed. It was never out of the hands, and they got 2 decent looks. Just the goalie not quite closed off and pressured enough. So some huge clutch saves, without a doubt. But some great opportunities at a just ridiculous last-minute play that could have potentially forced that overtime. But yeah, like you said, Dimwi, wow, that was a fun one for sure. Delays aside, that was worth the wait, and that was a thriller.
Yeah, that was some high-level play there. Yeah, I mean, both teams performing just so well in all 3 of those rounds. And now that we have the stats up, look at that. Game-high points going to Zucks with a 19 there. I believe he had gotten those after the first 2 rounds. Followed up by C. Jason with 13. I mean, look at this. Look at all the numbers on the board. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous, Palidore. Look at all those. There's 5 saves to -0, 4 saves to Chocolate, 3 apiece to Sweet Tooth, C. Jason, Jiggy. Oh, my God. The assists, 5 assists apiece to Jiggy and Zucks. 4 assists to Sweet Tooth, 3 to Chocolate. And then 19 points to Zucks, 13 points to C. Jason, 16 points to Sweet Tooth, 13. Oh my goodness,
How-
that stat board
how
is
do you even-
ridiculous.
How do you even begin to name? Because there were so many important plays, and I mean, so many. Like you said, it's not like a single player was just dominating any particular end of the score sheet. I mean, there's just so many big stats stuffed into this round, into this series. That was just a barn burner. That was fast paced. That was frantic, and that was fun to watch.
Fontac and Chak saying on the low, Anomaly has a solid 4 right there. That's not on the low, man. That is out in the open. They have that roster is gonna. They're gonna do so well this season. I'm so excited to see what they can pull off. Like they are so good, and so is Redshift. I mean, the way they pulled away in round 2 and just dominated the game. It's just both of these teams are gonna have a great season 2 here.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Now with that said, we are going to follow. Let's see, Redshift. For against Space Force for one more match momentarily here. So stay tuned. Not too long in the future as we do readjust ourselves in the stream. In fact, we will shift ourselves to the next match and the final match of our streams of the night. We've had a lot of them throughout the day, the afternoon, and what have you. So, yeah, stay tuned for one more, and we'll see the stream debut, I do believe, of Space Force.
We'll see you guys around.
Indeed, they played a couple matches, but this will be their first stream match for VRML Season 2, and the story will be indeed Redshift as well. Are they going to be able to come back against yet another team of familiar players from Season 1, talented players, and have this comeback game to at least end their night right down the middle, 1-1. So that'll be the story. Join us around the corner for that. Hello everyone, welcome back to VR Master League. Here we're getting ready to go with our final match of the night of this stream and of a day just chock full of games, as is going to be the case quite often, but a very exciting and frantic game we just ended there. It was Redshift facing off against Anomaly, and in 3 rounds falling to said team Anomaly, but it was just a frantic game. Again, the scores were tremendously high across the board. So many big point efforts across multiple categories. The big story here is how they're going to fare against Space Force, another team full of very, very long-time players, experienced here, just like Anomaly. You know, recognizable faces from Season 1, and it's a fun way to end the night and just to see how these teams kind of handle this, and if for Redshift, if they can come back with a just return round, you know, clear the slate, and have a strong game against Space Force.
Yeah, and you know what? I've decided that given this game is going to be taking place at the wee hours of the night, I'm going to go ahead and do my golf casting voice here for this one. So golf claps around, everybody, for that one. Yes, good shot there on the goal.
Yeah, warm-up shot coming through for Redshift. But Redshift still needing one player to come back. Hi, Twitch chat. Welcome back. As you might have noticed, as the day goes on and on, our sanity gets less and less, but you know what? We're still having fun here and ready to close off the night real soon.
And Fontac, I can assure you that you would absolutely destroy me in golf, as I have only played one honest round of golf in my life, as a matter of fact.
You know, I've never played golf even once, and oh! You know what? I just realized I didn't actually tell the teams they could start. Granted, they're also missing a player at the moment, so I'm not sure that they're ready to start anyway, but I'll let them know at the very least. Do my duties as a caster and whatnot, and just let them know that they can start soon.
I hear that it's go time and it has to be 3.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. And Lilla Rave in chat saying I've received a noise complaint and just want to keep my apartment. And I am not in an apartment. I am in a house by myself, so I can be as loud as I want. I'm going to go over here to do this just to take a point that I can yell. And you make all the noise I want, and there's nothing you can do about it. And that's just the way the disc bounces.
I'm a little bit scared, and quite frankly, that still hurt my ears somehow. But welcome back to the cast, as it was the case yesterday for that Jax game. Was that even yesterday? I lose track. I don't have the benefit of leaving this chair. This is my home now. I'm stuck in this thing. But I'm glad you can take a walk. I'll take one after this stream. You know, get some breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which I haven't had yet.
It's not particularly big, and I you know, it's a smaller place, but that's what I love about it, because like I was telling you, you know, if I need a drink, literally mute my mic, let you talk for 30 seconds. I walk 10 feet to the fridge, and I've got my water. You know, just like that. And yes, this is I'm very happy in my current situation. But what I'm happier for is this matchup, because I have not seen Space Force play since last season. And you know who's on this team? It's Enderslot. Enderslot, the fabled level 51, the only level 51 in the game, and that is not a joke. Now he goes by the number 51, but that is themed to the fact that he is the lone level 51. And that is due to the fact that he's the first player to hit 10,000 games. And I remember when he was on the up on that, when he was counting up, when he was hitting 6,000 and 7,000, and how proud he was of that. And I remember talking to him about it, being like, dude, that is insane. Mm-hmm. And definitely the most prolific player in the game. Definitely earned that 51 to wear over his head.
Yeah, see, we're not the only ones in this game that are a bit insane. I'm happy to say, you know, we're collectively as a community a little bit nuts, but you know what? We're nuts for Echo Arena, and that makes it all okay.
Another fun fact. Enderslot is definitely not a famous person.
Is he a famous person?
He is definitely not a famous person.
So he's a famous person.
I said the exact opposite.
Yes.
But he is definitely not a famous person.
So, famous person. Huh. Well, speculate away, chat. You heard it here first.
Alright, so you finally like officially
I-
left. So
And
we can-
Law's asking, how many channel points do people have? So as we wait, guys, take a look down the line. Let's see who has the highest channel points.
I guarantee you I have
if
most.
if you lie, we're not going to know. Well, Palidore might know. I don't know. Do you have access to that? I don't think so.
I don't
right?
think so.
No? Maybe?
I'm only
Okay.
saying I guarantee you because mine literally says infinity now that I have access to the main
that's-
account.
You know what? That's cheating. That is an exploit. You are banned from the contest.
Oh, well,
So the Law coming up with 7.3K. Current highest. 18.4 there to Laws.
all right. This is like Seal all over again. We're doing some bidding here. We got 18.4, 18.4, and we got 18.4 going once, going twice. The lulls are the best, and we got no 1.19. That's not how that works. We can't go lower. 860,000. Well, now we've just failed as a community.
I mean, mine aren't bad. I'm pushing 60K. I got 59.7, but I am 100% certain Rocks Titan has more points than I do.
He has somewhere definitely above 20K. I know my Palidore account has 20 something K. Rox very well might have more than me, however, because he's an active subscriber who get bonus channel points, and for
Makes
some
sense.
strange reason I don't subscribe to this channel. I'm not a fan of the casters. They kind of get on my nerves.
I feel you there.
Well, alas. Hopefully,
If you can't see, what you can't see is I'm staring daggers at your name in Discord there. I'm looking at your photo. So if we were sitting next to each other,
Game is,
I'd be
like,
staring at you
45
as I
minutes
said it,
late. Can we like start, please?
and the tension would have been hot.
would have been Palpatine. That's the word, right?
Have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Yes. Round one's gonna start now, so let's go.
Oh, chat.
End of the night.
Oh,
Hey.
chat, you slay me.
Round one, let's go. It's
not that late.
Joust off. Speak for yourself. It's always late at my house because I never sleep. But see Jason with the disc, losing it off that Geo there. The Pac-Man area. Jiggy taking an immediate shot. Look at that. Pulled in by Supreme Buns.
Yeah, Redshift not wasting any time here. Gonna get 13-second goal there. 2 points on the board. And, oh yeah, we're doing this golf style. So there was a beautiful feed there from Jiggy up the Supreme Buns. Sends that one in on the dunk and gets his team on the board.
Yeah, you heard it here first. ASMR stream on VRML. That's what this has become, as Zux is going to be going for that goal. Couldn't convert on the three, but still has an open opportunity. Has a teammate down low. See if they're going to go for that pass. They do from down below, but too tough of an angle. Will just go right back to the hands, actually, of Pyro Polar Bear. So playing that back line. But there's the speed on the stack and the collection once again.
Now Zuck's going to forward this one up to his teammate, but that one's just not going to connect. So it's going to bounce all the way down into the Space Force bubble. Now handled by C. Jason. He's going to bring that one in, and a beautiful goal there. A good putt from C. Jason from 1 meter out, and that's good enough to put Redshift up by 4.
Oh, now you're definitely banned. Red what now? That sounds dangerous. They need to see a doctor.
Redshift.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, 4-0. To answer Andy's question, the last match was a 3-rounder won by Anomaly. Super high scoring, super high stats across the board. Two of the 3 matches were like 20-some points reached by one team, or at least nearby that. So it was quite the tense match, but quite the fast-paced one. And Redshift was not able to complete the win, but they're looking pretty good here as a 3 goes in for Jiggy.
Jiggy gonna send that one in from 16 meters out. Look at that shot, man. That was a beautiful shot there from Jiggy. And for the Reds, and that's their name from now on, because I cannot trust myself.
Yeah, apparently not. Also, so to give some context and in fairness to Dimwi over there in the Twitch chat, he's been much like a lot of us, but just giving him an out here. The voice, very worn, as that shot is gone for Socks, and that was hot. Look at that,
man.
19 meters, and that was just barely squeeze it in on that top corner angle. Nice one.
So the Reds now up by 10 here. Apologies to Sputnik. As Zuck sends that one in from 19 meters out, a minute and a half in. Excuse me, 2.5 minutes in. I can't do math anymore. It is definitely the end of the day.
Yeah.
As that was going to get forwarded down. Just lands in. And an opportunity here for Space Force. Oh, but this stuff from Zucks. And he's going to send that one out.
All right, and immediately on the boost, looks like just a pair of players right there getting their first to the back line, and bottom pocket now will be Supreme Buns, going to be contested by Anime for Life. Anime now just backing out and trying to give room maybe for a team to capitalize on an open goal, but unable to convert that shot. They're still up by 10, so no harm done at the end of the day, because they still might get a rebounded goal here with all the spins before it goes in from Zux again. 12, and that's a dozen to well, a goose egg at the moment.
You know, I talk about how good Zux is as a player, and that was an Ender-like move. So if you know Ender and you know how good Ender is, that's the type of player that Zux is. That's what we're talking about there. Oh, look at that stuff there, and that is Jiggy getting that one and setting that one in for the 3. Looks to be about 10 or 11 meters out there. We don't have the pop up, but that's okay. And yeah, what a shot there from Jiggy, and that's going to put the Reds up by 15. Still over 6 minutes to go here in round 1.
So definitely, as we get a shout out from the back, maybe out of casters, about some potential connection problems. I don't know. Either or, we're going to go with it until we hear a restart or otherwise. So Pyro Polar Bear going through, just going to be into the hands, maybe actually not turning around in time with C. Jason. So instead, Enderslot will get the disc, looking over to the barrier, but well covered by Jiggy, and indeed stolen by Jiggy.
Yeah, and that was just great defense there from Reds, as Space Force had the tactical advantage. And now anchor shot there from Zux comes right back to him. What a bounce. What a steez, as you know he did it on purpose. Not at all. He did it on purpose. Zux, you monster.
Yeah, so maybe more issues coming there, but again, until a mod is called or otherwise, we're rolling with it, and Space Force finding themselves down in a bit of a hole, maybe more than we expected to. But that said, again, as we see often with these teams, I mean, round 2 could be a whole different story. Nonetheless, they've got some time to expand, and they're going to try and go for a goal, but just a little out of sorts for the moment.
Yeah, that was. I'm not sure if that was a pass or a shot there, but if it was a pass, certainly one too many. As that was a good shot look on the goal there. Is down. This one's going to get sent down into the Space Force zone. And Pyro Polar Bear is going to get there first. Get the grab on that one. Send that through. Try to get it through that left tube, but Jiggy not letting that one go. Try to find Zux up above Nest. But good hands there by Lanzin, and goal. He's going to send that one back. And maybe a reset opportunity. No, into the hands of Enderslot, who's looking at an empty net. He's going to take a shot. I don't have the angle. Does he? Oh, the ding. That one hurts there. Heartbreaker, as C. Jason's going to send that one out, but right in the hands of Pyro Polar Bear.
Yeah, heartbreaker from that shot taker, but looking for one more maybe. It's going to be right from down under. The patience being shown, actually excellently waiting for the opportunity, but cut off by Jiggy. Yet again, right at the barrier, same spot. And that shot maybe has a chance to ricochet in. It's going to be very close and just kind of anyone's taking here. It looks like Zux will be the one, but loses it off the anchor shot.
Thank you.
And he knew he didn't have any time. He didn't have any time to work with. Another opportunity, maybe no. Got to go for that cross pass to C. Jason. And now over to Jiggy. Jiggy got to go for that shot. But that one's going to go high and wide. And I think I missed something.
The thank you was so deadpan. It got me for a second. It was just so casual. Enderslot with a disc here. He's going to have an open lane, but instead he's brained by the stun and back to the other side.
Sorry, that one getting sent down, but some funky business on the bow tie there, but handled by Zux. Sending that one for,
Maybe means do pay the bill, but
Oh, Enderslot. Oh, man. I love that guy.
My confusion knows no bounds in this match tonight, especially towards the end of the stream. I think as we descend further into insanity and some weirdness, we're going to keep going on here with maybe in the last 3 minutes, a little bit more clarity as these teams roll out. Yes, Dimwi, what's up?
Let's be real. That was a great shot by Zux. I mean, that was a really good shot by Zux.
It was, and that was a great shot by Jiggy that time.
Oh, goodness. Oh, this is great.
In my attempt to analyze what's going on and express it to the stream, as is per my job and my duties, I have now failed you yet again because I'm at a loss for words at what's going on and what the players are saying. But we're going to keep rolling with it.
No, I was gonna say something stupid. Oh, this one's gonna roll into the hands there of I didn't catch who that was, but that's Supreme Buns now with it on the near side wall. Supreme Buns gonna forward that one up to Zux, and Zux trying to move that one across, and nobody's ball just yet. And now just a kind of a stunned out. I don't know what to call that. It's like a stun out ricochet when you just get there, but as you're moving your hand, oh no! Ooh,
I know what to
CJ's
call
playing
that.
that backline,
A pretzel.
but a pretzel.
Shout out and throwback to yesterday's streams.
Are we on the pretzel thing again?
I guess just
Is that happening?
wanted to give a throwback. You know, we're trying to stick onto it. Pretzel stick. Going for the
my.
pass, and that one sticks. Jiggy gets with it. 21-3.
Yeah, nice cross play there. Zucks over to Jiggy. I mean, that's a classic. I mean, that's just a classic bread and butter Echo Arena play right there. Post to post. Oh, perfect. Post to post. Post to post. Zucks to Jiggy to the goal. And now it's an 18-point game with 1:18 to go.
Yeah, and still that first round as well. So certainly a fantastic return round for Redshift, if nothing else. I mean, they've been extremely dominant, and after that really intense, physical, and fast 3-round series versus Anomaly, as I was mentioning, it was a question of how they came back and how they would come back against another experienced team here in Space Force. And well, they've answered the call, all right, because there it is with a 20, the Mercy, the 23 that is, to 3. And yeah, Redshift takes round 1.
But the anchors.
At least we scored one. Oh, wait.
Some objections. But the points on the board, though. Look at that. Look, everybody there on Redshift putting points on the board and assists. You got 10 points there to Jiggy, 4 points to Supreme Ones, 2 points to C. Jason, and 10 points to Zux, although it only says 7. We know that's not true. But yeah, what a performance there from Redshift. Space Force, they had some really good looks on offense. They've got some good disc movement. And just Redshift, every time Space Force got near the bubble, Redshift just was able to stuff them. Was able to stomp them out. And yeah, Redshift's defense is really, really strong. This is an incredibly talented team. And not for nothing, though. I mean, Space Force, you're talking, these are players that have been around for a while. And as long as any of us, and yeah, so I mean, it's not like you're not looking at a tilt of skill here. This is just yeah. Sometimes you find that chemistry, and Redshift has that chemistry, and they're able to put it to use here.
Yeah, I think maybe that last match as well, even though with how fast and physical it was, you say maybe they come in a little bit drained, whether mentally or physically. But no, if nothing else, it kind of lit a fire under them, it would seem. And here we go now for round 2. Let's see if that fire continues to burn or Space Force forces it out. So on the first attempt, just going to be off on the shot, just 10 seconds in, Zux resetting to Supreme Buns, over to that corner post, and off the dome, I believe, of Animes, who does retrieve it himself, and now just jostling for position and for boost all these teams, and able to get too much of a clean clear through. And Jiggy gets rid of it as well, but not really to the waiting hands of too much, and it's a bit of a scramble to start off round 2 here.
Yeah, now handled by, I believe it was Power Polar Bear, getting that one sent out all the way down there into the red zone. As now, ooh, you know what? That's perfect. The red zone. They've got the red zone.
Yeah, they
do. Steal that one from football. As
Anime
for life. Gonna scoop that one up and hook that one in. Good for the 2, and that's gonna give Space Force the lead here. 1 minute into round 2.
There you go. Nice turnaround move in just a very smooth fashion. No hesitation at all, but look at that. Just so smooth was Anime, which contrary to what you expect from Anime, I suppose. But yeah, that was just beautifully animated.
Now Jiggy sending this one forward, looking for the teammate downfield. Not quite on the mark. That is C. Jason he was looking for. The Power Polar Bear coming away with that one. Power Polar Bear, a player I used to see frequently, probably not so much in the last 6 months or so. But prior to that, for a long while, anytime I would get bored late at night, 2, 3 in the morning, I'd hop into pubs, and I had a tendency to see Power Polar Bear, as I'm going to speak a little louder over that business. But now Zux on the far side wall, going to send this one into C. Jason, who, oh man, C. Jason with the moves, going to walk that one in past 2 players to tie this one up.
Yeah, found that goal all open and alone and got it to go to tie it. So, still, I mean, It's 2-2 now, and at the very least, Space Force did get that score earlier on to, kind of close off the bleeding and maybe start this round off in a better fashion. Right there, you can see the stack, the initial boost there. So they have an abandoned player essentially in the back line. However, the turnover being thrown right back to Supreme Bun. So maybe it's to their advantage now that they had that overshoot on that initial stack. And you know what? They're just going to shoot the shot from 3, and that's 5 points now, Redshift.
Yeah, that's Jiggy underhanding it from the trench there, 23 meters out, and yeah, good for the 3. I mean, that was just a great shot. I mean, there's not much else you could say about that one. He saw the lane, he took the shot, he got it in, and now Space Force on the joust advantage.
You can follow them all up and down the floor. You can see the speed coming in from Redshift again, locked and loaded really on just finding those boosts as quickly as they can. Finding the pass though, even quicker, gets it in. Pyro Polar Bear freezing out that defense and getting it right back within 1.
Yeah, this is a completely different game there. Anime Life to Pyro Polar Bear, who hooks it around the goalie. That was a great shot there from Pyro. Yeah, it's a 1-point game here. Just over 3 minutes in, 3.5, almost 3.5. Zuck's going to send that one over to that left side too. The Jiggy quickly forwarding this one up to C. Jason, and that I will call a stretch pass play. As he gets it all the way down to the bubble, they immediately attack the bubble. They just skip right by mid. Cross pass to Zuck. Zuck's going to try to juke off that boot, but Pyro Polar going to say no and send that one out.
And we'll get stuck at the midline, however, where Zucks does retain. It spins around, has a couple seconds to work with, and does find that bow tie pass. So bow tie gift wrap, trying to get the assist, and gets it for Jiggy. It's Supreme Buns finally, but hockey assist as well to Zucks, I believe. And that was just a good string of passes. They found the opportunity they wanted. They're back up by 3 points as a result.
Now might be a great time to pull out my soapbox and talk about getting the hockey assist, third assist. Anyways, I'm just kidding. We don't have to soapbox, but that's going to be Space Force coming out with that one. Pyro Polar Bear going over to Anime for Life. Anime for Life with the stretch pass down. Lands and going up there to Enderslot. Look at that one-on-one. Get it off for that pass. Good grab there by Anime, and he's going to pop that one in, and it's back to the 1-point game. This is yeah, I told you guys, I said it. Space Force they're not bad players at all. And look at this, they're keeping it even with a Redshift here in round 2, almost halfway through. This is phenomenal return here for Space Force in round 2.
Absolutely, and kind of said that towards the end of that last round. We said it in that Redshift versus Anomaly game where round to round, things can change dramatically at these levels. Players are just too good. Going for the shot, and oh, it is good. Jiggy starting to really get hot here and get another shot off yet. It's 10 and back up to a 4-point lead with less than 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, that one, that's a lesson. That's a lesson anybody can learn off of that one. Is even if you're only barely outside of the goal, you think you can get back quick enough. There are shooters in the game that are that fast, and look at that. Zuck's coming away with that one. Going to send that one in, and that one's for the 3. I thought it was a 2, but it is a 3. And very quickly, Redshift has pushed their lead up to 7 here, 13-6, 4.5 to go.
And that was a big momentum building goal for Redshift there. It's one of those kind of plays where you lose it right on the nest. When that happens, that can definitely hurt a team's mentality, because there goes again, exactly like that. It sucks yet twice now, and very, very nice for Redshift, but not quite as much for Space Force. And that's how the snowballs start to happen sometimes.
Yeah, Zuck's getting it again. I mean, not much else to say about that. Spot asking, what is a stretch pass? That's just what I'm starting to call the, when you got you send it to left tube, a player in left tube, it sends it down to someone downfield near the bubble. That's just what I'm calling I'm calling a stretch pass now.
I do like the adjustment there. Pyro Polar Bear on that joust, so he went straight for that stack and kind of brawled with him to deny them that initial grab like they had in the last couple plays. So good adjustments. Will it buy them the goal? It absolutely will. Lanzan passing it over to Enders, and he converts. So nice adjustments being had by Space Force to get right back on the board.
Yeah, and don't count Space Force out. We're only looking at, it is 8 points. That is a minimum of 3 goals. But it's absolutely doable here. Space Force has been turning it on, but Redshift has they've really caught fire here in the second half. Let's see if they can continue on with that momentum. CJ is sending this one up to Supreme Buns. Supreme Buns looking to, that was a shot.
Clever.
That was 100% a shot.
Yep.
I thought maybe it was a goofy pass, but no, he was trying to send that one in off the boot.
why not? They get creative with it, and we've seen a lot of interesting bounces that have been very much intentful the past few days for some of these players. Now that angle, a bit too tough to make it. That was very, very tight. Only had a smallest of slices. But Land's End does get the disc back. We'll lose it here. By the by, quick shout out to Oscador of the Palidore family. I saw you earlier, forgot to give the shout out, but now it's been had. Welcome to the stream.
And that one's gonna get cleared all the way down into the Space Force bubble. A stun there, but it's gonna get cleared out at least into the field here. Supreme Bun's gonna send that one up to Zux. Zux on the ceiling, gonna invert. You know, I thought he was looking at the goal, but the opposite of that pass to Jiggy, and that was beautiful. He might have been looking at the goal because that's what a good shooter will do. A good playmaker will do. They'll look right at you in goal to sell that shot, especially a player like Zux. You expect to take that shot, but the opposite of the pass, and that is a top level play there, to not take the selfish play, to pass it off to the teammate for the more sure points, and that's what Zux did right there over to his teammate of Jiggy.
And you know how much I love the passing game at every opportunity. Always gives me the good feels. It's fun. It's great being able to assist your teammates and just enable their lives to be easier, by getting them the open shots and getting everyone involved and getting them that opportunity. But really, with a minute 35 left now, they're going to need a lot more offensive opportunities in the very, very near future because the window is closing. And with this shot off that pass, oh, look at the grab. Anime for life, and amazing, and an Animaniac at that. But Jiggy gets it right back, and the shot is in. 3 points. And at the drop of a hat, it's 21-8. Red Shift.
Yeah, we see it again. That goal was left open for only maybe 2 or 3 seconds. But that is all that the Reds needed there. Jiggy going to send that one in from 9 meters out for the 3. And now we are looking at a 13-point game here with 1 minute to go. I believe we are out of the mathematical time. That's a 5-goal difference here, as I'm not sure what happened coming out of the tube, but yeah, it's going to be sent down across. Zux looking to chase this one up. But 46 seconds to go. Zux looking to send that one up over to CJason. CJason sends that one in. Oh, it does ding! And bounce out of the bubble, now handled by Enders. While he's going to send that one away.
Some sacks coming in real quick, but yeah, no matter what, at this point, the time has run out in terms of being a comeback on the table. But nonetheless, Space Force are going to be at the disc first, just barely, and they're going to get stunned first, unfortunately for them. So with 20 seconds left, won't be a mercy or anything like that in this round, and it was looking very, very close those first few minutes, but just started piling it on, and really the turning point, Dimwi, seemed like just ever since that turnover up at Ness off those jousts, the back-to-back ones at that, Zux converting, and one last shot from Pyro Polar Bear, but it was those 2 turnovers off the jousts that Zux got the shots off of, that it was kind of, the momentum have shifted, to Red Shift, and they never really looked back.
Yeah, no, that was exactly it, and that's it. I gotta wonder if I would not wonder but speculate that was a bit of a mental game there, because it's I can tell you as a goalie, you tend to play quarterback, so yep. I can speak as a quarterback as well. That when you get stuffed, it can really have an effect on not just your mental game, but your game. That was one thing I loved about Nova was sometimes you send off a bad pass. And they never, at no point did Nova ever, lose faith in my ability. And it was such a big deal. It was such a force to have behind you. And so it's unfortunate there because as you note, that seems to be about where the pace changed. Mm-hmm. And it's hard to get over that, especially when you get 2 in a row like that. It can really, really have an effect on your game.
Oh, yeah.
And so it is Red Shift coming away with that one. In 2 there, 21-8 in that round 2. Game high points, Jiggy with 23. JL Graham, previously known as JL Graham, Jiggy there, 23 points. Zux with 13, Supreme Buns with 4, CJason with 4, and just still a lot of assists on the board, saves all over the place. I mean, everybody on both teams contributing on all sides of the arena here. Well played by both teams, but yeah, Red Shift coming away with a very strong victory here to end the evening, at least for the cast.
Absolutely, and going back even to the Anomaly game that they had played just before this match against Space Force, Red Shift versus Anomaly, it was the same case. Those matches, all 3 rounds of them were very high scoring. So I think they're really setting the tone here in this debut stream of theirs and the back-to-back matches we followed them for. Red Shift's showing that, if nothing else, they're a force of nature in terms of that offensive power, because between that pace and just the point totals, hitting that 20 mark consistently, it seems, all night long. That's maybe a good indicator of what to expect for the rest of the season, and I'm looking forward to seeing exactly where they go and how far they climb up that ladder as the weeks do pan out.
And as it is pointed out in the chat, yes, the round 2 was actually 21-10. I know I said 21-8, and I know that was just a mistake because that was that last-minute goal there to make it 21-10. So good looking out there, chat. Thanks for pointing that one out. But yeah, this is just a great game.
This is what
and
community's
Redshift
for.
Just so strong. And yes, yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, and Space Force definitely a team to look out for as they continue playing together. Find that just that team cohesion, the mental game, and start climbing the ladder board once again here in season 2. Looking forward to it from those guys.
Yeah, Space Force, I mentioned, or I remember towards the end of season 1 as well, the last couple of weeks, they did have some pretty nutty games against some talented teams. I can't remember all of them off the top of my head. I know one of them, there was one night they faced off against Tint first, and then afterwards, I want to say maybe Chaos, but I'm not positive on that one. But I remember one of those nights towards the end of the week, they just popped off, and it was one of the most ridiculous performances I've seen from Space Force all season, and from a lot of teams in general. They were piling it on without mercy, and I think there might have been mercies in there actually. So, Space Force is a team on any given day, any given week. They have the full capability and skill to definitely rise and shine on any given morning and impress on any given stream. But speaking of streams and speaking of rising and shining, I suppose we gotta get off here rather soon so we can rise and shine again in the morning for yet another jam-packed night.
You know what?
Day and night of streams. Yes.
Before we go, let me give a shout out to a couple of our community streamers. We don't have to do a host or anything. I just want to give them a shout out.
Sure.
Pi Tato loves to stream Echo Arena. It's PAIITATO. He is currently just chatting. He is live right now on his Twitch. And as far as I can tell, he's a fun dude. He's a good guy. And he really loves the game. And then also, member of Kangarilla Sealable Bag, currently playing Escape from Tarkov over there on his Twitch as well. So definitely go give those guys a shout out. Hop in, say hello, and support the community streamers, as those two are rather prolific there.
Absolutely. If anyone does happen to hop into Seal's stream, tell him I sent you. Tell him that Gopnik is in order. Always one of my favorite things. But indeed, it was a fun night, a lot of games, and we're gonna keep on rolling throughout the next few months here. So thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure. Oscador is saying bye. Uncle Palidore, well, yes. Bye to you too, nephew. See you in a few. La Dash with my face emoji in there. VTS King with the hearts. Hearts right back. And worth shouting out Ignite. Again, thank you for these overlays that they've helped build to maintain the stats. They've been a huge quality of life upgrade for the streams, so shout out to that. Lulz are the best, always frequently in the chats and watching these matches. Appreciate his involvement there. See Pledge saying hi and Palidore saying bye to Pledge. So thank you all once again. Did I get everyone at least on this first page of chat? I think I did. Mild Salsa, you are a food. But right now I'm in the mood for some food because I haven't eaten in an awfully long time. What day is it? All right, I've been Palidore. That's been SirDimwi. This has been VRML. Be happy, be healthy, be safe, be good to each other. And we'll see you again real soon.